I ain't the kind to wear a tie, button up from 9 to 5. I tried that life but said goodbye. I'm not always polite, but I get the job done. Who says the work can never be fun? I'm simply unprofessional. Simply unprofessional. Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Simply Unprofessional. I'm your host, Webby. Join me tonight. We got no one. It is just me. It's 5:55 in the morning. For those of you listening and who celebrated Thanksgiving, happy Turkey Day yesterday. For those of you who didn't celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thursday yesterday. So in lieu of the holiday season approaching, and I know our Christmas live stream's coming up in like a week, something like that. It's the first weekend in December, I should say. I believe it's December 4th, starting at noon Eastern Time, going into Sunday, December 5th, ending at noon Eastern Time. It's a 24-hour live stream. There will be an SU segment live where we answer. We've gone through and we've gotten a bunch of questions from fans and from viewers and listeners and all sorts of stuff to be asked about on the live stream, and I encourage you all to also show up. It will be, let's see, I'll go through the schedule here in a minute, but I believe the SU segment starts at 8 p.m. that Saturday. So if you want to come out to Distractions Media or twitch.tv/Distractions Media, I believe is the link. Feel free to just start tossing some questions that you want into the chat. Based off of the ones that I've read and that I've noted, quite a few of them are Christmas related, which I feel like for those of you who did participate and ask these questions, if you're still around, you're gonna find out I'm a big Grinch, and I mean I have my reasons for that, and it was actually asked of me today by a friend why I also don't celebrate Thanksgiving, and I know. Like, Rob is now my roommate, and his family celebrates every holiday. Like, National Teachers Day is a big celebration for them. Like, they celebrate everything. So, I mean, I felt bad because I don't want my lack of holiday spirit to feel imposed or pushed upon others to ruin their holiday spirit. For me, it's not a religious thing or anything. It's just simply a reminder of a happier time in my life, and also a reminder, I suppose, of the fact that I'll never have that again. As far as my family goes. So it's just, for me, it's a personal thing. The holidays are a bit on the painful side to me, so I just don't celebrate it, and I act like a big Grinch. So for that, I do apologize. I will try to answer the questions that were submitted the best I can without bringing anybody else down, but I want to reiterate that we are not sticking or adhering to strictly Christmas-based questions, even though it is a Christmas live stream. The questions, if you want to come and hang out with us, they can be anything. So yeah, as far as the schedule goes, I will say it is up on the distractionsmedia.com website, though there are going to be some off-stream games going on as well during some of them. So, for instance, the introduction to the whole thing is going to start at noon Eastern. They call it the introduction / hat war. That's because Rob and Tamara just go through and just start switching and just wearing weird ass hats. I don't remember when or how that got started. I still say I have more hats than both of them, but the only problem is my hats are all baseball caps. So, I mean, not very interesting at all. So that goes until about 1. Sometimes we end early and start the games quicker. But starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Time is going to be the Minecraft mini games. And I believe that's going to be Tamara B, John, James, Phoenix, Iris, and Percy. During that time, Rob, myself, Professor Fox, Avalos, or not Avalos, and Kat will be playing Phasmophobia. I'm not sure if I'm going to be streaming that on my site. I feel like Rob is going to be streaming that on his Twitch, and Kat might also stream on hers. If you are in the Distractions Media Twitch channel, I'm sure people will start sending links to the other ones or setting up multi-Twitches or whatever it is they do. After that is on the main channel, Super Animal Royale, starting at 3 p.m. That is going to be John, Tamara, Fox, and Kat. And on the off stream is going to be Rob, myself, Avalos, B, and Dave. We're going to be playing some games of Smite, which is it's essentially another MOBA game, kind of like a League of Legends, just a little bit more, less top down and more like behind your character, and you play as a bunch of gods. Then starting at 5 p.m., we're going to play Dread Hunger. There's a bunch of people signed up for that. John, me, James, B, Rob, Avalos, Tamara, Kat, and Phoenix. Dread Hunger we played during the Halloween live stream. It's kind of fun. I have issues with it because I feel bad when I accuse people of being the bad guy and or attacking them because I think they're the bad guy. But yeah. So that's from 5 p.m. till 8. At 8, again, we're going to have the SU fan questions, I guess it's going to be called, where we just go around, we answer a bunch of questions that were submitted, and we're going to take questions from the audience and all sorts of things. After the SU episode, we're going to be playing Among Us. That's going to be B, Tamara, Fox, myself, John, Rob, and Kat. Then at midnight, we're going to be switching over to Gang Beasts. That's also going to be B, Tamara, Fox, John, myself, Rob, Kat, and James. I think there can be that many people. I'm not sure. And then at 3 a.m., something super fun that I just recently got into. We've played several games of it so far. It's a game called Gartic Telephone. So that's going to be B, Tamara, myself, Rob, James, and Kat. Gartic Telephone is hilarious because what you do is everybody starts off writing down a phrase, a word, whatever you want to write down. Then that gets passed on to another member in the game who has to then draw what you wrote to the best of their ability. Then the picture gets sent to another person who has to, in words, try to describe what they're seeing. So on and so forth until you get to the very end. Then you get to find out what everybody drew. It's extremely fun. Starting at 5 a.m., we're going to play some PUBG. It's going to be B, Tamara, myself, John, and Rob. So obviously, if PUBG is only a 4-player game, we're going to have a person either sitting on the sidelines or rotating out. So don't really know what we're going to do about that. Unless we can get a couple more people signed up or interested in play, then we can get possibly 2 games of that going at once. starting at, that's at 7 a.m., we got Overwatch, which is going to be B, Fox, Rob, Parashi, myself, Phoenix, and Iris, which, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's also one person too many. So we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do there. Then at 9 a.m. until noon is the DM UHC Minecraft event. Now, in years past, I have been part of this. It can be fun, but it's usually we've always been paired off and had teams of 2, and essentially you start off, and then just like PUBG, the world starts getting smaller and smaller, and you kind of get funneled into a center point, and you have to kill each other, and the last person standing wins. This year, I found out, or I was told, that it was a single-player UHC, so we were not going to have teams. That is drastically less fun for me because I do not play Minecraft very often. I'm very bad at it. So I opted to go and stream something with Rob. Right now, in that time slot, we have just him and I signed up to play Back for Blood, which is a new game. It's essentially Left 4 Dead 3, I guess. It's very similar to Left 4 Dead, but there are, better graphics and different style mechanics to it, and it is a fun game. But if that time comes around and it's still just Rob and I, I'm not sure how well that game will be on just 2-player. So him and I might decide to play something else. I'm not sure. I'll have to talk to him. And then at noon, we will be doing our closing thing like we always do, and thanking everybody who did show up and come out and donate, so on and so forth. I know we met our goal on the Halloween stream. I'm not sure what we're currently at. I don't want to see pinned messages. Let's see. We just apparently passed the $1,200 mark. I think we're aiming to try to get $1,500. According to John, we're $295 away from me having to do a complimentary positive booster gold SU episode, which I'm not looking forward to, but I said I would do it, and it's for sick kids. So, yeah. That being said, I'm going to wrap up. You all have family things going on. It's Black Friday. I'm sure everybody's out shopping. Not necessarily listening to this episode, so I'm going to make this one just kind of a shorter episode, and I wanted to promote our charity stream. I wanted to address why it is I'm a Grinch around this time of the year. It is, I play it up, but, it is what it is. And I don't force other people to, not do their holiday stuff. So I just, I ask that you give me a little respect as far as not wanting to celebrate it myself. So with that being said, we don't have a science corner because we don't have Rob. Can I think of something sciencey? Nope. Really can't. Trying to think of something nerdy, sciencey, like having to do with superheroes. Still got nothing. I'm not your science nerd. That's Rob. I just like to argue with him about it. So life advice, which we don't have a Devin either. You know what? Just be kind to people. Don't be an asshole. Life's too short. And if if you're out there shopping, it's going to be hectic. Every day's hectic. But, when you're getting rung up at a cashier or whatever, just thank them and give them a smile, because sometimes a smile just goes a long way. It makes somebody's day, and then they smile at somebody else because their day is just a little bit better, and it just falls in on itself. So there's my life advice. And with that, we're going to end it. As always, you guys can follow me on Twitter at JaxForestWalker, all one word. On Twitch at DMWebby, which I might stream some during the live stream, just to have, so you guys can have my perspective on the games that we play. And thank you for listening. We love you all. And fuck Booster Gold. Fuck that guy. I really don't want to have to do that episode. I mean, he's a thief. So what kind of a superhero that starts off as a thief? He's already starting off on the wrong foot. He stole a bunch of people's tech so he could be a superhero. All he is really is he's a douchebag. So I don't know. All right. Goodbye, everybody.